Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking an updated look at the Casual Gameroom. Let's just get started. And first is the slow pan around the game room to show the very drastic evolution and change, especially to their orientation, since the last Gameroom Tour. Because apparently I'm one of those people that just can't seem to leave anything alone once I start something. Yay! And might as well start like we did before with the Gameroom door, which has a minor change, a poster. I was at Walmart and I saw they had a couple of these Super Mario Brothers movie posters for the new movie. So I snagged one and one of these super cheap poster frames, which I hate because these are basically held together with friction, and you can see the weight of itself is pulling itself apart. I don't like those picture frames, but it's not like it's a super valuable or rare movie poster. Like if it would have been like a mint condition one from like the original Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter or the '93 Mario Bros. Movie, then I'd want a better frame, but yeah, it's fine for now. This hasn't changed. I still don't have the final car. I just haven't gotten it yet. I've seen them on eBay, but I'm not too amped up on getting it yet. I need to, though, before it becomes impossible to find. Still haven't opened that yet. I have a script written out. In fact, I might have to go through it again to make sure the script's still good for that, because I was going to do a Wii video on it, but my Wii wasn't hooked up yet. So now that it is and working, I'm going to be opening that up, and that's because this stuff's probably going to be going. I mainly put that there just for getting rid of dead space, but when I rebuild these shelves, I'm going to be fixing that. So yeah, the game shelf has changed a lot since the last Gameroom Tour. In fact, I'm going to get a wide angle shot of this to kind of compare it to last year's. So let's start with some of the things that have changed. Everything's moved up. Put the Atari games up here. I don't like the way I stack these. If that irritates your OCD, don't worry, it bugs me too. I don't play the Atari 2600 nearly enough to get too amped up about stacking them or organizing them correctly yet. I will be at some point in the future when I redo the shelf, like I said. It's either going to be like a double height but skinny shelf just for the Atari stuff and the cartridges here, or it's going to be some better way of doing this. I don't like it any more than anybody else does, so yell at me in the comments. I don't think I've added anything to this since the last Gameroom Tour. Yes, I did. Chopper Command and where I see it, Commando Raid. I've added those two. My Atari 5200, which as you can tell is out of their boxes. Gasp. I actually took them out because a couple of these are actually in really good shape. A couple of them are not. I just don't want to keep ripping them or damaging them any more than they need to. Taking the games out. I don't play them nearly enough to worry about that, but when I do want to play them, I just don't want to accidentally, rip the box. So yeah, these are actually super fun games. It's a super amazing console with the one controller I have that works. I guess that's a gripe. Yeah, it's not great enough to, go, oh my god, why did the 5200 die? It was such a perfect console. No. But I can definitely see where the die-hard cult following is. My itty-bitty ColecoVision library, which is, yeah, I haven't played these since I did the test video of the console. I just haven't even messed with it too much. I did get a comment, though, that told me to try something to see if I can get audio out of it. I have it over there torn apart, ready to go. I was going to record that instead of this, but then I realized, oh, I need to get this video out. So I'm going to test that out next as soon as I get done recording this. And then, yeah, if it works, I won't have to composite mod it. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to composite mod it, and I'll have to see if I can order all the little bitty pieces because there's not a kit for that yet. My NES library hasn't changed much since last tour. In fact, the only thing I've added to it is Infiltrator and this black cartridge version of Temple of Doom. Other than that, I haven't really been too amped up on finding stuff. There are some games I want to find, like the Mega Mans and the Castlevanias, but those are pricey games to have. And plus, I just haven't come across too many NES cartridges that, because I don't want to double buy cartridges and get duplicates. I just don't want to do it. So I need to write all these down and take them with me next time I go out retro hunting. The Back for Blood Steelbook. Yeah, this came from Best Buy. It was like $5 on clearance, which, yeah, make your jokes about that if you want. I understand. I heard the game's kind of hit or miss. I haven't really played it yet. I have it on Xbox One. I don't know. I love Steelbooks. They're just so unique. I wish more games had Steelbooks, and I want to try and find more, even if they don't have the games in them like that one. The art book for Duke Nukem Forever. Art from the vaults. This irritates me a tiny bit. So this is a really neat art book that kind of goes through the evolution of the concept art for Duke Nukem Forever, which if you know this game, you know why there was such a huge drastic change from when it first was conceptualized all the way up to its release. Huge story and drama about it. But the reason why this kind of irritates me is because this book is part of the Balls of Steel collector's edition for the game. But the collector's edition wasn't there. It was just the book. So now I want to get the collector's edition thing for Duke Nukem Forever. I know it's not the greatest game in the world, but it's actually it looks like a super fun game. I think I've only started it. It's kind of one of those games I kind of want to do a video on because it just seems so stupidly silly. My Xbox 360 demo discs, which I don't know why they're up there. I need to find a way to do something with those at some point. My Atari owner's manual and game guides, which I need to display better because that is flimsy. And I don't want them falling all over the place. My NES library hasn't changed much, except I did add Super Battle Tank 2. I did not buy that just because it was in the box. I bought it because when I was at a retro game store, every game they had, I either already had, or it was games they were mainly like just all sports games. And this was the only game that interested me that actually had a box, so I snagged it. I just can't wait to play it. It looks pretty fun. 16 megs. From the last Gameroom Tour, my Genesis games, I think I actually recorded the Gameroom Tour before that retro hunt where I basically tripled my Genesis library. So now the game console I didn't have growing up outweighs the Super Nintendo, which I did. But yeah, I've got a lot of great games here. Paperboy, Paperboy 2, Primal Rage, Sonic 1, 2, and I have Sonic and Knuckles. I just need to get Sonic 3, Vector Man, Altered Beasts. Plus I have these that are in their game cases, except for I think is it Cliffhanger or Demolition Man and MK3 are missing. I need to go to eBay and just pick them up. N64, nothing's really been added except for these two. This is an empty box, nothing in it. And I did put my Mario Party copy in the box. My brother-in-law gave me these. He's actually going through his N64 library, and he's going to be getting the custom universal plastic clamshell cases like these for N64, and I'm going to pick the boxes up off of him. So that's going to be changing at some point too. Plus I need to buy this cartridge because now it's bugging me. I don't have the game, but I have the box. The PS1 demo discs, including the interactive sampler, interactive CD, Final Fantasy VII demo, and another demo disc. I don't know what's on it. I actually need to see what's on that at some point. I just know I picked it up. I never tried it. Anyway, I need to display those a little better because I don't like them stacked right there because you can't see the other three, but yeah, it's fine. Speaking of that, I haven't really added anything to PS1 library. I just haven't come across many out there at Goodwills or thrift stores yet. So that's going to be a future thing for me to start adding to because I need to re-get the other Spyro games and the Crash games. I used to have them. I need to re-get them. I did display my God of War, the Hydra Battle demo disc. Okay, the only reason why I have that displayed is because where else am I going to put it? If I put it between two game cases, it's going to get lost or disappeared. I'm going to forget I have it. So that's mainly why it's displayed. It's nothing really super special. Plus I can't get that sticker off. I did pick up the Holiday 05 and the Holiday 04 demo discs. The 04 one has cool, like Battlefront 2, Silent Hill 4 The Room, Ace Combat 5, ATV Off-Road Fury 3, Up Your Arsenal, and this one has, you know, Fly 2, iToy Play 2, Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I mean, come on, those are awesome games by themselves. But other than that, yeah, haven't added too much to my PS2 library. Because I have so many, I don't have a list of them yet. I don't want to buy a bunch of duplicates at some point in the future. So I'm actually going to be doing a library video of all of these. And then as I'm doing the library video, I'm going to be writing them all down in a list so I know what I have and don't have. So when I'm out retro hunting, I don't get duplicates. But a library that has exploded is my PS3 library. I've been picking these up super cheap at like garage sales and thrift stores and pawn shops, especially games that I've been wanting to play and never got a chance to play and just look super fun. I mean, like we got, well, Angry Birds, but Army of 2, Battlefield 4, Bioshock, a couple of Call of Duties, Dark Souls 2, I need to get Dark Souls 1. Dirt, which is, I've actually played a little bit of that. That is a fun racing game. Skyrim, which might be buggy. Plus, I mean, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I don't have it on every other frickin' console down here. But yeah, I got Little Big Planet, which is a super fun puzzle game. All for One, Ratchet and Clank. A couple of Resident Evil, Sonic Generation, Soul Calibur 4. Yeah, the rebooted Tomb Raider on PS3. A couple of the Uncharted, Wolfenstein. I got some really fun games to the PS3. And I can't wait to try to play some of them and try some of them out because I just haven't had a chance to yet. Kind of a tiny library, but I am starting to collect for this now that I have a PS4, my PS4 library. So after I did the last Gameroom Tour, I was actually on the lookout for a PS4 and I had actually come across one. So I snagged it because my wife has been wanting to really play Horizon Zero Dawn, but it's a PS4 exclusive. So when I came across one and I came across the game like a couple weeks later, it was a Christmas gift for me and her because that way I can play some of my PS4 games and she can play her PS4 games. So yeah, it's upstairs. It's not down here. It's upstairs on the main TV. I just have these games down here because we just haven't played the PS4 all that much. Besides, she's been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, so that's the only game that's up there. But I got the collector's edition of Cyberpunk. I know, make your jokes. I haven't played it yet, but it kind of looks fun. Fallout 4 and 76. Yes, I am a what's the politically correct term I can say for what I am for Fallout 4? A shill, a simp, I guess. Fallout 4 Game of the Year and 76. Last of Us Remastered. I only got that because I did not find it for PS3 yet. Mighty Number 9. I did not know this got a physical release. That and Ukulele. I thought they just didn't do that good at the Kickstarter, so they, didn't get physical releases. But anyway, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 and Persona 5 Strikers. My brother-in-law talks up Persona 5 all the time, so I can't wait to try it out. My OG Xbox library. I've only added a couple things too that that I had back, roughly around not back in the day. I got the Xbox way later, but that I had back when I was living at home. Blinks the Time Sweeper, and I had to re-get Project Gotham Racing 1. So yeah, but something I did add that's really super cool is, so this is the Xbox Live Arcade disc, but it also comes with a promo for Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, which is kind of funny because I actually have that game. So I can't wait to see how they compare. Oh my god, how many times have I said that about my library so far? I can't wait to try the demo versus the real game. But yeah, not too much added to the Xbox One library. Same with the Xbox 360. I've come across a couple games that I've been needing to get, but lately I've been wanting to re-find the games that I need to recase. Like I need to recase Gears of War 2. I think I've got all the Assassin's Creeds now. I've got Duke Nukem Forever. Got the Orange Box. I got all the Saints Rows. Yeah, I just haven't added too much to my Xbox 360 library. The only one I have so far that I really enjoy, Perfect Dark Zero, the Steelbook Edition, Collector's Edition. And yes, that's why I bought it. I didn't actually have it on physical. I had it on the Rare Replay, but I did not have this physically anymore. So when I came across it, I didn't know it was the Steelbook Edition until I grabbed it off the shelf at this game store. I'm like, oh, mine. So yeah, it's actually complete too. It's got the special limited glyph and all that stuff. So yeah, super fun. I've moved my weird Fallout Xbox One 360, ish, whatever, doesn't match game. Next to my Xbox One library, which this isn't all of them. Some of them are actually upstairs. Put a couple of them down here for right now. But I've got some really cool games for my Xbox One so far. I've got the 50th Anniversary Atari Collection, which is super fun. I love that collection. I'm really glad I bought it when I did. The Crash Insane Trilogy, Borderlands 3, so I now have all the Borderlands games. I can play all through those. The original Doom, which, yes, I love that some games you can do this. You can flip around the artwork. It's awesome. I wish more games did it, but then again, it kind of clashes, I guess. Evil Within, the Rare Replay, best $50-$60 I've spent on the Xbox One so far. That is an amazing library collection. Spyro Reignited, and Super Monkey Ball, it's the Anniversary Edition one. I got that mainly because it was on clearance, and I've been wanting to get more, like, just a variety of games for my consoles, and not just all, like, shooters or racing games, or, I want a variance with my game consoles. So, yeah. And some of them are upstairs. I don't remember what's upstairs right now, but I know it's Fallouts and the Elder Scrolls. My GameCube library, which I have added to extensively. Like I've added, well, okay, it's not all that great, but I've added Power Rangers, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, One Piece Grand Battle, Pac-Man World 2, Marvel Nemesis, Mario Kart. I've added a bunch to my GameCube library, but the coolest one is one you've just seen, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. There's actually a really neat story with why I have this. So my brother-in-law collects GameCube games as well. He actually has the full GameCube library, and he bought this. It was a reproduction. The case is a reproduction, the art is a reproduction, and he bought it just so he had it on his game shelf. Well, he came across the authentic artwork, case, and game and such. It's the original disc, I should say that. It's just the artwork and stuff that's reproduction. But he came across the original authentic case and artwork at another game store for actually way less than what he paid for this reproduction one. If I remember correctly, I think that's what he told me. So he's like, hey, I don't need 2 copies. Do you want this one? I'm like, abso-frickin-lutely. So, yeah, I'm actually really humbled by that. I was actually really grateful that he did that. I haven't played it yet. I kind of want to, but I'll play that at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I've never played a Fire Emblem game, so I might be really cringy on that one. My Wii library has not been added to too much. I've been trying to avoid finding Wii because most of it is shovelware, but I've got some, I got some neat stuff. I got the, I picked up the 25th anniversary of Super Mario All-Stars, which then again, I also had the other version, so whatever. I also have Super Mario Bros. Wii. I haven't added too much to that except that, and yes, I do display some of the more what I think to be cool ones. I would like to display one of the Xbox ones at some point, maybe one of the PS4s. That's going to be when I redo the game shelf because that needs completely rebuilt. Moving on, this little shelf here is solving a major problem. Well, minor problem anyway, but I think it's a major one because it's now the necessity for me rebuilding the game shelf. So first off, got this cute little LED Xbox logo that I bought from GameStop, I think. I like it. It's kind of neat. I want to get more of these display stuff for the game room on top of also getting more games. But anyway, I did a YouTube Shorts where I kind of was first world problem complaining about the height of these PS1 long boxes and Sega Saturn cases. And that's because when I built the game shelf originally, I was going off the dimensions of the OG Xbox and PS2 when I built it because I was like, oh, well, there's no reason why these would be taller. Well, yeah. Needless to say, that was a little bit annoying, so I really couldn't put them on the shelf anywhere. And I was at work and my boss was throwing this away. Something about his daughter broke one of the shelves, and he's like, well, could you use it for something? I said, I don't know, maybe. So I had a tape measure, I measured it, and I'm like, hey, you know what? That'd be the perfect height for these, for my Sega Saturn long boxes. So I was like, why not? And it's like, oh, this shelf's kind of a short one, so what can go there besides my Japanese imports? Pilot Wings and some boxing game, I don't remember what it is. But yeah, that's actually the only Famicom game I've ever come across. So of course I picked it up. It's actually super cheap too because it's actually, I don't know if you can tell, I don't want to move it, but it's actually broken. It's like broken apart, like the screws aren't holding it together. I need to like super glue it or something, so yeah. Plus I put my NES in-box games here, plus another light up, decorative thing. I don't know what to put here though. Like I want to get like a display thing, like a statue of some kind, for like some game-based statue, but that's future stuff. I finally hung up a poster. My brother-in-law gave me like 3 posters. 2 of them are right here. I need to hang these 2 up still. But I finally hung a poster up so I can kind of hide some of these, some of the concrete wall. Just a survival zombie attack, funny joke things like, rule number 6, wear protection. Avoid all zombie bodily fluids. Yuck. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they meant. Anyway, the 80s corner, which has changed a little bit. Ignore the VHS tapes. A lot of those aren't 80s, but anyway, still rocking the Magnavox wood grain television there. It's perfect for these consoles. It really is. This little shelf I actually stumbled across at a garage sale. Something about the back, it's coming apart, but I need to fix that. So none of this stuff's hooked up yet. And I thought, it's a nice low shelf. Plenty of room for the Atari, the NES, the 5200, and the ColecoVision, which, yes, it's torn apart because I'm going to, as soon as I get done recording the Gameroom Tour, I'm going to be trying to see if I can do that little trick that the guy commented on me for. But sadly, it might be a pain in the butt in the future if I get any more 80s consoles like the 7800 or any Pong consoles, but that's a bridge I will cross in the future. Speaking of 80s stuff, a nice classic 80s wood grain VCR, which does not work. I don't even remember why I still have it. I need to see if I can get it to work because I'd love to have it, because it kind of fits the aesthetic, but if it doesn't, I'm not gonna be too mad. Plus my Selectavision, which I did get working, kinda, the belt was shot, so I had to put a new belt on it, but it's still really, really finicky and unreliable, but it does work, and it's actually super cool. I never thought I'd come across that kind of stuff. And then some VHS tapes that I've come across while thrifting. I have more VHS tapes, I have a lot more, I just don't have a shelf to put them on yet. Speaking of shelves, this is kind of a work in progress shelf. I moved my Atari 5200 box up here. I moved my handhelds like the Game Boy, the Pocket, the Color, the Advance, the DS, all the games I need to sort out and get stuff for. The Game Boy Color, I actually got a comment from somebody on, I think the Instagram or the threads I did, to do a fully clear case with this, which I am probably going to do clear on that one. The Pocket though, I need a screen. And unfortunately, all the screens I'm coming across on eBay are the updated like IPS style screens, and that's great and fine, but I don't even know if the main board works on this, so I don't want to put in a $70 screen and have the main board not work. So I need to find an original working screen that I can test this out and make sure it works before I try any upgrades. Those little comic books I got with that Genesis lot. And a classic vintage Sensi. I'm kidding, I don't even remember why that's down here. Shelf was just some random stuff. The boxes for me and my wife's Xbox One controllers we bought. I kind of like the way they look. They look neat. Green Ranger, because he was my favorite when I was growing up as a kid. Yu-Gi-Oh! Tin, which, yeah, the cards weren't in it. It was just a tin. Anybody remember the Burger King double-sided watches that you could get way back in the day? Yeah. Don't even remember where I got these. I think it was a garage sale. My inbox NES, which I'm kind of sad this thing is having some sort of weird artifacting problem, but that can be fixed in the future. And then this is just some extra stuff for the Wii. This shelf here, I'm kind of liking what I'm doing with it. Kind of more of like a display-y shelf. My shelf to Fallout. Got the New Vegas deck of cards. We got the Fallout 76 Good Evening. We got the New Vegas Game of the Year edition, which is just the base game, which I didn't remember I had that. A little lantern, which kind of looks like it could be from Fallout 4. Also got the Drad Toad from 76. This little light here, I'm actually going to be installing that into the base of this to try and make it look like it lights up, which should be kind of cool. I want to add more Fallout stuff to this, but I'm pretty sure that as I get more Fallout stuff, it's going to have to be a bigger shelf. Future me problems. The shelf of all my plug and play consoles, or my modern-ish, I guess, console. I don't know what I'm going to call this shelf yet. But yeah, I still have the Legends flashbacks. I'm still missing the Pac-Man one. I need to get it before it becomes unobtainium. I don't even remember why that's there. I think I just put it there because it goes with them, I guess. My SF2000 box, the Dig Dug arcade machine, the Galaga Tiny arcade, and the Go Retro portable arcade machine. I don't know what happened to the Atari one. It was here. I'll see if I can find it somewhere. And then my plug and plays, which is the Flashback 4. This is, I think if I remember correctly, this is actually one of the first ones that have they're not actual Atari on a chips, they're like some sort of FPGA or something. But whatever, it's still Atari Flashback, it's fine. Frogger, which I don't think works. I actually had one of these, it was my sister's. And all the stickers were off and peeled off and it looked like crap, it was faded. But I found another one at a garage sale or a thrift store for like $1, so I'm like, you know what, because she knew it was collectible, but it's missing the battery compartment. I said, that's fine. That way I don't have to worry about leaving the batteries in and getting it ruined. And then the plug and play I had when I was a kid. This is something I picked up at some point. It's a Super 8 projector, and I even picked up some Super 8 movies. Abbott Costello, The Country Bear Jamboree, and Bugs Bunny and Racketeer Rabbit. I have a reason for this. My grandfather used to drive truck. He was an over-the-road trucker for years and years and years. And everywhere he would go, he would carry a portable, 8mm camcorder. So there's so many home movies that he recorded of over-the-road trucking. Like I think there's some footage of New York, and I need to find them so I can validate this statement here. But I could swear on one of them, either my dad or my grandfather said that there was footage of either the Twin Towers being either built or being worked on, or the Statue of Liberty was being worked on, if I remember correctly. I need to find those so I can digitize them. And then we have my Selectavision library here. Nothing super that stands out. I have Fiddler on the Roof, Hello Dolly, Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, The Godfather. So good movies here. I got some Laserdiscs right there for my Laserdisc player, which is awesome. I love this now that I've found a Laserdisc player. It's awesome. Okay. Over here we've got some spare cables, controllers and stuff for all the various consoles. These are all games that I've picked up in the past few months that I need to sort through and then put on my shelf, which I've not done yet because I'm going to be doing, like I said, a library video for all those. So I might as well just put them away as I'm doing them. And then this top shelf up here is just kind of an overflow-ish thing. I've got those posters I need to hang up still. My green screen with the clamps. My soundproofing material I have not yet put up, and I don't even know where I'm going to put it down here. My Guitar Hero guitars for the Wii, and I think there's a picture frame I need to do something with. But anyway, moving on over here to this corner, which has changed drastically. I finally picked up a TV I've been wanting to pick up, which was a Sony Trinitron. So in the last Gameroom Tour, which if anyone recalls, there was another TV over here, a really small one, and I kind of said I would love to find a Sony Trinitron. And the ironic thing about that is, 2 weeks after I uploaded that video, I came across this on the marketplace. It's a 27-inch Trinitron. It's not a super swoopy high dollar one, but it does have S-Video composite component in the back, so it has a lot of hookups for a lot of various stuff. And actually, it's a guy that I knew that I went to school with. He was actually getting rid of it. For 20 bucks, he said, you have to come get it. And I said, well, you know what this is? He goes, oh, dude, I'm a gamer too. I know exactly what it is, but I can't sell it on eBay because shipping would be, a nightmare. Plus, the only thing wrong with it is, he said, this one here, this input here, the audio works just fine, but the video in is really spotty. He accidentally tripped on the cable and it kind of jerked it out, and it kind of ever since then has not worked right. But all the other hookups were fine. So I have this hooked up to all my 90s and early 2000s consoles, and I'll show those here in a second. But yeah, amazing thing. Really weird timing on that. Kind of a pain in the butt to get this down here because this is a heavy TV, even only being, I think it's 27 inch. I have a splitter here for all the different consoles over here. I need to get a better one. That's still kind of a cheap one. I have a vintage DVD player from, I think, 2001, 2002. It has a component out, not HDMI, which I do have that hooked up into this. Movies look amazing on this with RGB out. It's actually really nice. Plus it's on this really nice swivel stand. Then we have my consoles here. I've moved them up and I put some neat little lights. I need to get more. But yeah, nothing's changed. All of these down are on component or S-Video to that TV. My PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii are all on HDMI. This one's on an HDMI converter. And that's hooked up to this TV here, which is a actual 1080 TV. The previous one was only 720, and I wanted 1080 if I'm going to be playing 360 and PS3. My capture computer there, my Laserdisc player, my other two splitters, the Duke controller. I picked it up super cheap at a garage sale. They thought it was a fake one. Like they said, oh, it's a fake clone one. It's a fake copycat one. And the reason why they said that was because it had the older style USB connector, and they thought that it'd be USB-C. So I guess I wasn't gonna argue. I did move my on purpose marbled C64 over here, and that yellowed VIC-20 I need to re-retro bright. In fact, I stopped retro brighting that because that failed, but I'm gonna fix that at some point. That stuff just kind of displayed here for right now. I need to fix this gaming corner, or this computer corner. I don't like the way I have this set up right now. It just kind of showed in the corner because I'm trying to reorganize stuff over there. A gaming chair, that way I can have some place else to sit instead of this, which I still have. I want to replace this with a futon at some point, but that's going to be future stuff because those are kind of expensive. Plus a little table so I can eat and drink down here while I'm gaming. Brother-in-law gave me that. He bought it from a GameStop because, yeah, they were getting rid of it. And biggest change ever. Move my corner desk because I got that freezer out of here. So now it's less noisy. This is for my wife right here, but I finally hung up that poster you got me. She was making fun of me because there's a lot of dead space here when I had my camera right here pointed that way. There's a lot of dead space, and there still is, but she bought me that poster, and I'm like, I'll hang it up at some point. Well, I finally found a poster frame, so it's there. So I still don't have any flooring yet. It's still bare concrete, but I plan on fixing that at some point in the future. That way it's a little bit more comfortable to walk around down here. It's just with the very old and rough concrete floor. There's a couple options out there for it, but probably the most cost-effective one's probably going to be like those self-stick utility carpet tiles. So that's a thing I'm going to have to do in the future. But for right now, you know, the concrete's fine. My energy drink collection, I've added one or two to that cute little thing, which is supposed to be just for looks, but I did put money in there. I need to get it out because it's starting to bow a little bit. I did add some decorative cups. I definitely did not buy those. They were for my kid. The man cave thing, the boxes. So yeah, that's the updated game room tour. Pretty drastic from last year's tour I did. A lot of stuff is moved around because I just can't not move stuff around apparently. Some of it just because of the fact that I want to get it set up a way where I kind of feel comfortable just being able to have room to walk around. Plus, it's also room for, you know, playing games. Quiet place for me to record, and also trying to get this room in such a way, because this is where we come down for severe weather, which there's been a lot of severe weather the past few weeks, which is why this video is so late. I actually recorded all the game room stuff like 2 weeks ago, and it's now because I wanted it out in mid-May, and now it's late May. Days are kind of running together right now with work schedule and stuff, but yeah, hopefully I'll have this out at least very early June. So that being said, again, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching it. If you have any thoughts or comments about anything in my game room, put it down in the comments. I do plan on at some point, even though I've been playing these in my off time, playing these either streaming at some point or recording gameplay footage and doing reviews of most of these games. So look for that in the future. And that being said, again, thank you all for watching this video. Really hope you enjoyed it, and see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.